Welcome, I'll be reacting to Star Trek Discovery Season 4, Episode 5. Last week's Patreon poll was, did you enjoy the cadets' storyline? It looks like we have a tie between yes, it was fun to see the cadets in action, and I loved it so much I want a spin-off show. This is not a market substitute. Please support the original on Paramount+. Engage.
This is USS Janeway on approach to the DMA.
USS Janeway.
What is it? T'Pau, are you seeing this?
I am. What the hell just happened? The DMA?
Yes.
Gone.
You talking to yourself again, or are you looking for some sort of response?
Jet!
The DMA's gone from the Venari sector. It disappeared.
That's impossible.
Natural phenomena do not disappear and reappear elsewhere.
No, they
Doesn't
don't.
violate the laws of physics.
The only logical explanation is someone created it.
But who?
Who would do this?
Thank you,
It's now on a
Buck.
path toward the Radvek asteroid belt.
The question now becomes, is it a random pattern? Or did someone program it to attack certain worlds? Or what if it's not actually an attack and simply an accidental byproduct of whatever being created it and didn't realize what it would do? Why did they go after the empaths first? What could they have figured out that whatever being made this didn't want them to figure out?
They may not be Federation members, but we're the only body with the ability to execute a mission of this size. I'll send every vessel in the area, and I'll need Discovery to jump there too.
I'll lead the operation myself.
Most important being, who's behind this anomaly? Federation security has identified a number of civilizations that may possess
Imhotep.
technology this
I'm kidding,
advanced.
sorry. The creature has once more been awakened.
They once again removed the creature from his grave.
I don't mean to point fingers, but isn't it your job to make sure that doesn't happen?
The Metrons, the Nacine, the Q Continuum were considered as well, but as there's been no contact,
I don't think it's the Q either.
unlike anything they've done before,
Now, I realize the comics aren't necessarily canon, but I have seen a lot more Q-like species show up in the comics. I don't know if they'd bring any of them in here, though. Maybe.
it's my thought exactly, which is why I've asked Ruan Tarka to advise us. He's been heading a number of our scientific endeavors.
Including the next generation spore drive, if I'm not mistaken.
With all due respect, I already have the people I need. Between myself and the other task force scientists.
We require someone at the bleeding edge of Federation and non-Federation technology, Commander.
I know this isn't easy, any of it, but let's focus on today and what is possible. Today, right now.
Very wise words there. What can we do today?
And Ruan Tarka is now on board. I will see to him once we've made the jump.
All right.
Everyone is getting their popcorn out for when Stamets meets him.
There are 1,206 individuals on the colony's surface to be evacuated.
That's not too
Lieutenant
bad.
Christopher, contact the magistrate.
That's doable.
Captain, we're seeing 6 life signs beneath the North Dome generator. They are remaining stationary, far from the evacuation point.
Of course, they are the examples.
I'm sorry,
Records
what?
show it is the colony's prison.
They need to be evacuated immediately.
Why? They're criminals. 6 offenders chosen to demonstrate the costs of misbehavior. And the few who know how to run it fled hours ago.
Not only do they have an evacuation to deal with, but now they have to break into a prison. And we have kind of a semi-heist plotline. That's cool. I like the dual plot lines here.
I'd like to volunteer to lead the evac team. I think I could be helpful.
All right, Commander.
Excellent.
Whoever you need and get going.
Captain,
We haven't had much of his backstory. We need more information about him. Give us some flashbacks.
Good luck. I'm off to assist with the evacuees.
Hey, you've already done what, like 5 therapy sessions today? Maybe you could take 10
Take a
minutes
break?
before you
Yeah.
jump into one again?
People need help, Paul.
But you need rest. He's going to end up choosing between the regular medical duties and being a counselor, and they'll bring in someone else to handle the rest because he's stretching himself too thin here. I feel like he's about to snap. I'm kind of worried. And he doesn't really have anyone to talk to exactly other than his husband because he is the counselor.
To you.
My town was wiped out by a hurricane when I was 5. Starfleet crew got us out. So, I got what this is like for them.
Hell is that?
It's an Arisa beetle. They're indigenous to the Akali. They must have brought them when they settled here.
What if they're the defenses?
Why can't you just ask it to go away?
I'm trying to. I can't communicate with it.
It's taken the exact same path 4 times now.
No living thing is that precise.
Let's see.
There's gonna be like 1,000 of them, I bet.
There's a lot more coming this way.
Yeah.
These are scans from the precise moment the DMA disappeared.
I want to create a working model of the DMA controller.
Oh my.
Miniature scale, of course.
You really think you can do that?
Take a look at the schematics if you want.
We can enclose both ends of the wormhole inside a containment field. It'll be perfectly safe.
No, it won't. Ugh. That can't be good. Oh, wow. Okay, this side quest is getting pretty exciting.
Why would a Starfleet captain come to help us?
Because the Federation doesn't leave prisoners to die.
Is that so? Everyone here is sentenced to life, no matter how small their crime. He stole food for his family. He traded in counterfeit latinum. She counted cards at a Congo club. So now you care.
We did then, and we still do.
We don't have time for this, okay? We need to get everyone out.
He just made an excellent point. The Federation didn't care about them until they were about to die. But it's difficult if they don't have jurisdiction. You also don't want to start a war over something. It's one of those interesting moral questions that Star Trek brings up.
You need brutal honesty. Noted.
That someone chose to kill. Someone with staggering power. I am failing.
And you want me to affirm that you're failing because you're seeking permission to take a break? The idea that there was a reason for your survival, a purpose you're meant to fulfill right here, right now.
And that led
And
to
that
overworking.
led you to a savior complex.
Yes.
But I can't just stop. It's what I do. It's who I am. It's
the way you escape. This is a uniquely challenging time, yes. But if you don't find fulfillment in something other than work, then you will fail those in the chair in front of you.
Wow. This is actually something that I've been struggling with lately as well. I'm a workaholic and I don't take breaks. You have to drag me away from working. And I discovered that I was putting my entire identity into my work, which is very unhealthy. So I've been working on trying to find my own identity in other ways, which is extremely difficult for people, I think, like Dr. Colbert and myself. So I kind of needed to hear that too. I did not expect to really like this character as much as I do now. Thank you.
You can't ask us to trust you and then treat us no differently than our jailers do. Lower your weapon. If the anomaly doesn't hit, we could use that time. Find another way off this asteroid.
That's a big if.
I want a guarantee that we will not be returned to this unjust society.
I'll advocate for the diplomats to put pressure.
A guarantee, or we go nowhere.
This is so brave of him right now.
I think I've nailed pretty much perfectly.
Here you go.
It's working. I was never understood on Ryza. The pleasure planet.
Oh, he's from Ryza, of course. That is the wrong planet to be a scientist on. I kind of feel for him now. All right.
I could harness the ionic radiation from the main phaser array, converting it into a temporary power source.
Is that safe?
Let's see, if 1 is nothing to worry about, and 10 is insane, I would say it's...
11?
It's probably a 6.
Great.
Okay.
We'll keep this within safe parameters. I'll make sure of it.
I don't know.
Your sentences were political theater. They weren't justice. And if you also believe that to be true, and you do want your cases reviewed by the Federation, I just need you to say that right now.
I want my case reviewed. Absolutely.
So do I. Me too. Then we're done here.
He's the one person there that didn't say it. I think he's the only actual criminal there.
Unlike the others, I do belong here. I'm not the man they think I am. I took a life. It's a Lalogi orb. They're precious to the Akali. Each family has one. It contains a record of their heritage.
He's staying. Oh no.
Shit. I read my biometrics.
I thought you'd think this idea was too crazy.
Oh, it is.
Okay, that's a problem.
You have to stop them! Working on it.
Zora?
Power to stabilize. No, give it a chance to stabilize. We got this. More, don't stop.
25%.
Commander Stamets, just a little longer.
Kill switch.
10%. 5%.
Oh, come on!
This experiment is over.
That is the closest you've come to killing us all, and that is really saying something.
Yeah.
But I'm staying.
Ultimately, it's his choice.
6 minutes left.
I believe it's part of my penance.
No.
You could force me, of course. But is it really your choice to make?
It's not.
My debt to pay. Please, do not take that from me.
It's his choice to make.
Yeah.
Before you go,
Please return it.
kept it safe for 30 years.
The asteroid belt will be within the impact zone.
Then we'll stay in comms range as long as possible.
I killed him. His child was in the other room. It wasn't until later that I realized among the things I stole was the family's Lalogi orb. The family was called Doxica.
Felix, hopefully finding peace in the end.
I hope you find a more just society than the one you had a hand in creating.
Oh.
He is so single-minded about his work. He cares about literally nothing else.
Who does this remind me of?
Actually feels a little familiar. Fine.
Mm-mm.
That was an avoiding fine, not a real fine.
We helped solve the burn, and we can't figure our own shit out.
Facts.
Page for Doxica? I believe this may belong to you.
I thought it was lost years ago. This is my father. Thank you.
I hope it continues to grow.
You know it's behind the DMA, don't you?
You say that with such confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So who made it?
I don't know.
Is he lying?
Metrons or the Nassine or the Iconians well before I got here.
So why the experiment? Why risk the lives of everyone on board?
Science has many purposes. So much anger. It's a wonderfully productive emotion.
He's like a Sith Lord. That whole episode was just one big tease in a way, giving us a little bit of information, but not as much as we wanted. That scene at the end was so creepy. The actor's doing an amazing job of having so much nuance to his performance. Okay, so we know it's not the Metrons. It doesn't seem like something the caretakers would make, but you never know. No, I don't think it's them. The Admiral said it's probably not the Q because they hadn't had any contact with them in a long time. However, the Q get easily bored, so maybe they were just off doing something and lost track of time because time doesn't really have any meaning to them. I don't think that they are connected with this. However, I do think they might find this intriguing and they might show up and cause more havoc. Discovery seems to enjoy adding new species, so I don't think it's someone that we've seen before. I'm guessing when we find out it will be an entirely new threat. The equivalent of the Borg was to TNG. This new species, whatever they are, will become the new big bad, and that will lead into the next season. The other option is on Picard. I think the last episode left off with them contacting the other synthetics. Even though this is way far in the future, this is the synthetics sending their cleansing thing. I don't know. I'm just reaching for it here. But they're in the realm of possibility, I think. What's your opinion? Post in the comments. Who created it?